What salvation does man have when he stands in the hereafter if he does not receive a glance from Fatima Zahra? As we are all well aware, as Imam Ali alayhi salam was well aware, when he lowered his beloved into her grave, death is the reality that awaits us all. And as we know, this year, death has been something that so many of us have had to contend with family, with loved ones, with friends, with the family of friends. It's a reality that all of us one day must face when we are lowered into our graves, and the only thing that remains with us is our deeds. So for my first poem, I wanted to recite some verses on the reality of death and the only hope that we have as lovers of Fatima Zahra when we are lowered into our grave. What salvation does man have when he stands in the hereafter if he does not receive a glance from Fatima Zahra? When I am lowered into my grave and all my loved ones disappear, the sins that once brought me pleasure, now they bring me only despair. I can feel the ground tighten while my lungs feel the lack of air. I see not, there's only darkness, only the void and gripping fear. How can I ever save myself from munkar and from nakir when I couldn't even restrain myself when shaitan whispered in my ear? Dead, in dead silence, only the moving of the earth I can hear. I hope in Allah's mercy, but I feel that His justice is near. How weighty were my sins, that they may tip my scale of deeds. I cry out in fear in my grave, yet not a single soul heeds. No friends, no family, no children to rescue me in my time of need. Even the joy that was once air, I can no longer enjoy to breathe. Every day, hour and second lived are roads that to my grave lead. The only thing left worth counting are the prayers upon my prayer beads. What hope is there for me who with his actions hadn't believed? What hope is there for me if my beloved does not intercede? Oh Allah, protect me from that first night I spend in my grave. How apt is it that the master is feared so much by his slave. Protect me from the day I watch all those who I knew in life leave, and I'm left shrouded and alone as just a single human heartbeat I crave, and the darkness is suffocating with not an ounce of air saved, and the fear is so overwhelming that no man can pretend that he's brave, and you wonder on who you've upset, who forgot and who forgave. For nothing can save you now, save your deeds and what little you gave. When the width of the grave is tight, its narrowness causing me pain, and I feel the crushing of the earth, and I'm begging it to show me restraint. And I can see small creatures moving, seeking the blood in my bloodless veins, and munkar and nakir appear, but I can't get my tongue to explain. What refuge do I have? What sort of salvation can I attain? How I yearn just one more day of life so that good deeds I can obtain. What slope will ever be steeper? What hope is there that remains if in my grave I am not rescued by my beloved Hussein? What slope will ever be steeper? What hope is there that remains if in my grave I am not rescued by my beloved Hussein? And though my tongue refuses to move, from my soul I'll plead dearly. The same way I visited your grave, in my grave please visit me. The same way I visited your grave, in my grave please visit me. Here, crushed by the dust, how I miss the scent of Karbala's dust so terribly. For when this world crushed me in life, it was in your shrine that I found relief. And when you come, don't come alone, bring Abbas and his chivalry. For never have I cried out, Ya Abu Fadl, and not be saved immediately. Together, soothe my soul and ease the infliction on my body. For indeed Allah is merciful, and indeed you are that mercy. And on the day of judgment, when mankind is in fear and shaken, and my scale does not tip to good deeds, but instead to evil and sin, I'll call out to the king of Najaf. I'll call out to the king of Najaf, like a father called out by his orphan, for I know that between his two hands rest both hell and heaven. I'll bow my head in shame, because I am not among his best of men, but I hope that his love for me is as great as my love for him. I hope that his love for me is as great as my love for him, because I prostrated to the Kaaba, knowing that he was born with him, that Muhammad is Ali and Ali is him, no doubt and no question. In every moment of strife, a man calls out for his mother, and on this journey of death, I'll yearn the rescue of Fatima, for it is she that is heaven, and heaven can be no other, and the pleasure of Fatima is indeed Allah's pleasure. I hope that she notices me. I hope that she notices me, because I have no worth without her, and if she turns away from me, no hell is of greater torture. For every man yearns something, and every heart chases its desire, and I hope that I yearn no more than a glance from Fatima Zahra. It may be that we have good deeds, but our sins are abundant, and to the facade that is this world, we have no detachment. The flesh of brothers in our teeth makes our good deeds redundant, and for those who forsake their prayer is no salvation, only torment. There is no hope for us sinners on the day of judgment. There is no hope for us sinners on the day of judgment, which is why at the door of Fatima we bow down as servants. Because if the Queen of Women notices us, even for just a moment, then perhaps on Judgment Day we can say that we were triumphant. Then perhaps on Judgment Day we can say that we were triumphant. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala